Hey. Alright, give me a second, I just need to do some stuff over here. So, hello everyone. If this is actually going to be on the YouTube in the future, that means this is session 1 of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Now, the reason why I don't know if this is going to be on YouTube in the future is because, well, this is testing. And the reason why we are doing testing is because I have not streamed this in a very long time. My original playthrough kinda got yeeted by the game breaking. And it only recently unbroke. I don't know what the developers have done, but it finally unbroke after, I don't know, like half a year of the game literally not even booting up. Now, I do think it has something to do with the fact that on the loading screen, you know, when you boot up the game, it now asks you if you wish to use a controller or not. Now, this might sound really silly, but that's my running theory, because that is honestly the only thing I've noticed that has changed so far. Anyway. It would be awesome if someone showed up in chat so I could ask them if, like, my audio is crusting. Because, you know, that's gonna be the big thing that I'm gonna be looking out for. That's kind of why this session is not gonna be longer than like 2 hours. Because, you know, I kinda need to know. Anyway. So yeah, we are gonna do a new game. We are not gonna be continuing our other game because, 1, the game has updated a lot since. 2, I don't remember where I was. 3, I don't remember what kind of character I was roleplaying in that game. And 4, we might as well start again. Now, we are not gonna be doing the Azata Mythic Path. We are gonna be doing something else. I do not know what yet, but definitely gonna be doing something else. Give me a second, my doggo is here. Doggo here, need to pet. Priorities of a streamer. Anyway. Okay, so. Let's go. I don't have any of the DLCs because I am not paying for DLCs for this game. No. Until there's gonna be like a DLC that really blows me out of the way. Because like, this one, it really sucks. This one sucks even more. This one is overpriced as shit and it's terrible. And this one is kinda okay, but it's unbalanced as shit. Well, that's just kinda the running joke with this game. Alright, so we are obviously gonna do custom. I want... man. So last time I basically did core, right? And that was a mistake because you see, I expected this to be like properly balanced, kind of like, I don't know, how BioWare would balance a Baldur's Gate game, right? Or how Golarion would balance like a Divinity Original Sin game, right? Sadly, I forgot that this is Alchemist Studios and they don't give a fuck, right? You know, like slowly over the time, we lowered it to daring, then normal, and then I fucking put it on casual, and even at casual, I had to lower it to story every now and then. That's how fucking unbalanced this fucking game is. And this is coming from someone, by the way, who has insane experience with Pathfinder and your previous editions of D&D. I mean, I fucking started on D&D 2nd edition, for fuck's sake, yo. And I've been doing this crap for like decades. Right? And I've been playing Pathfinder for quite some time. And yet, this game is... Okay, so the biggest problem of this game, really, is the fact that developers fucked with the numbers. Right? Like, I actually have Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous AP in book form now, right? That's one of the big differences between, you know, last time I was streaming this and this time I was streaming this. And not only did they fuck with the story, quite a lot, they also fucked with encounters and they fucked with enemy numbers. Not really player numbers, but definitely enemy numbers. So sadly, there's actually a lot of reason why you don't want to actually play on anything similar to normal mode or anything like that. It really is not a good idea. You will not have fun. There will be no fun involved. Like, Wrath of the Righteous, the game, not the AP, from the get-go, is kinda heavily unbalanced. Mostly because the developers are incredibly bad at balancing. They are some of the worst DMs that you could possibly have. Because you see, Alchemist Studios are those DMs that like cackle and giggle every single time you fail a roll. Anyway, so critical hits, nope. Dev's Door, nope. Yes. You're not gonna be doing that. Actually, let's just have weak. You can always lower that. Auto level ups never. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, the characters that you get in this game, the NPC companions, are already so fucking bad, via stats, right? That, like, making it so that they level up automatically, you might as well be taking a shotgun, putting it in your own mouth, and shooting your brains out. I'm not even kidding. That's how terribly statted out your starting characters are. The only well-statted out character might be your character. God. And I don't even know what kind of character I'm gonna be making. Like, maybe vast majority of this stream is just gonna be me making a character because I don't even have an idea. Enemy stat adjustments, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Damage to party, number of enemies. Just leave it at standard. I don't actually know if number of enemies affects how much XP you get. But they also fuck with XP for kills. Fun fact. So like, a creature that you would kill in normal Pathfinder would potentially give you, let's say, 200 XP. Now 200 XP gets divided between all of the party members, right? Hey, give me a second. We have a person in chat. Okay, I will do absolutely my best to read your nickname. Elicto. I'm just gonna be calling you A. Hello, laughing at video evaluation. I play on hard difficult and enjoy getting my ass kicked from time to time. I try to play on unfair. Well, I mean, more power to you, but I prefer to actually play a well-balanced game. Or at least a little bit, at least a bit. And if the developer can properly balance the game, make it a power fantasy. Because if you make it a power fantasy, literally everyone will be happy, right? It's better if there is challenge, obviously, right? For instance, I personally like Dark Souls and Hollow Knight and stuff like that, right? Where there is challenge. But if you cannot create a fair but challenging game, don't try. There's nothing wrong with making a power fantasy game. I mean, look at Divinity Original Sin. You are so much of a fucking... That is such a power fantasy. It's actually ridiculous. Because, like, okay, in Divinity Original Sin, right? You literally start with no weapons. You need to make, like, makeshift primitive ships and shit, right? Pretty cool, right? At the end of the game, you are making boiling blood drop from the sky, nuking entire maps worth of enemies. That's a little crazy. But it's fun. Oh man, I need to do Divinity again. Anyway. So I don't actually know if like having increased amount of enemies would net in more XP, because you see, Alchemist Studios butchered the XP that you get from kills. Which is kinda retarded, but hey, what do I know? Additional enemy behavior of the parties, definitely no. Okay. Interesting thing. I have, in my entire life, that means decades of experience, right? In my entire motherfucking life, I have met one DM, right, that actually did this. This whole, the party speed depends on the weight you're carrying. No one does this. Literally, if you find a DM who does this, run! Run! It's not worth it. Message me. We are running so many campaigns and I'm always looking for new players to teach, you know. I will take you under my wing. It's okay. Run! Don't have a DM that does this. Oh god. Compared to Kingmaker, this game has more power creep. Mythic abilities exceeded per caster level 20 or giving you multiple DC rerolls. Yeah, the problem is that no, like, okay, so I've only done one playthrough of this game, right? I've only done a playthrough of this game, like, it wasn't even a finished playthrough, right? Because this game is actually insanely long, but, oh god, how far did I get? I was doing an Azata Arcanist playthrough, I was playing Kitsune. And in that playthrough, I think we made it all the way to the Midnight Isles. I think. And then the game broke. And it broke for half a year. And I have to tell you, I definitely did not feel as strong as the enemies around me. So, yeah, no. Okay, retraining, yes. Weather effects, you know, fuck that. Oh, I can only do light, okay. Crusade management, yeah, the story. Crusade management is like one of the worst features of this game. Like, okay, I love Heroes of Might and Magic. I really do. I am, you could say I'm a Heroes of Might and Magic aficionado, but these developers do not know how Heroes of Might and Magic works at all. So, no. We cannot put Crusade on auto mode because if they have not changed it, auto mode quite literally breaks the game. Like, you literally cannot finish your Mythic Path if you have your Crusade on auto mode. So, nope. Only active blood skill resist. Only skill user resists skill check experience. Okay, so that is actually the case in actual Pathfinder, but not in. Yeah, we are not actually gonna do that because that sounds like cancer. Immersive mode. Cooldown timers, no. Los Aslanti, show tutorial, no. I don't need any of that. Okay, so this is what we are gonna be going with. I will lower these if needed. The Mythos aren't very balanced, some are just game breaking, while others definitely need help. What did you play your first? Like I said, it was an Arcanist, Kitsune, Azata. One thing I have to say, I will miss Aiwu. I will miss our little cute little dragon, man. Like, Havoc dragons are like my favorite dragons in Pathfinder, and when I got Aiwu, I was like as happy as a pig in shit. And she was like, she was written so well. I will miss her. I will miss her. Anyway, let's go. So, custom character, never use these. Never use these. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Never use any of these. Actually, no. I heard that Rakes is pretty good, and I heard that Taolin is pretty good. But otherwise, most of these are fucking terrible. So yeah, just make a custom. Just look up online and build or something, you know, if you don't know what to do. Alright, show! Custom, obviously. As you can see, I've played a lot of characters since, like, when I was streaming this originally, right? I actually tried a lot of different builds. This game, ironically, is actually pretty good for, like, rolling a character for, you know, the tabletop version. If you do not know, you know, you have, like, all of the bullshit here, and it's like, oh, hey, you know, this is actually pretty good for ideas. That's literally the biggest value that this game has. Alright, so, give me a second, the game is going to just shit itself a little bit. I need to go through my folders and I need to figure out what do I want to use. Because I prepared a couple of these. And you know what, yeah, let's use this one. I have not used this one in ages. Okay. Did it work? Ah, it worked, fuck yeah. Wow, that actually works really well, considering what it's from. Okay. You're gonna be playing a fightery dude. I don't know, maybe Magus? We could do Magus. I cannot imagine if Magus is actually good or bad in this game. Considering all of the bullshit that this game throws at you, I cannot actually imagine Magus being that good. Maybe we could just do a fighter. You know, just straight up fighter. Just basic fighter. So a stream lagged out. Ooh, what do you mean it lagged out? We could do a 200 fighter. Oh yeah, by the way, hey, could you please tell me if audio is okay? Because like I've been having some audio problems with this game. Is my audio like crusting? Is my voice like going apeshit? Yeah, audio is great. Oh, you are awesome. Thank you. Also, yeah. Any kind of recommendations for martial character? It's gotta be human because I'm a basic bitch. You know, with the whole with the Hell Knight path, we could actually go Armiger. I wonder if a certain character has a comment if you are an Armiger. Oh, no. Recommendation for martial, best is probably Paladin in my opinion. We could do Paladin. We have not done a Paladin on this thing yet. If you really want to... I've never done a Mutation Warrior. Always wanted to do. The problem is, if I go Paladin, I will not really be able to use Sela. That's kind of a problem, right? And like, I kind of want to use Sela because I kind of like her as a character. I don't know. Fuck, I should have been thinking about this before. Oh man. The reason about this boss is because everything is chaotic evil in this campaign. You can count the number of non-evil, non-chaotic enemies on one hand. I mean, it is Wrath of the Righteous after all. They had to split the demons into different categories for this game. Because they, you know... Basically, you usually fight demons. That's like a funniest shit if you actually do the tabletop version of this, right? Because it is the one time where a ranger's favorite enemy is like the easiest choice in human history. Well, I'm gonna be taking a level Vivisectionist no matter what, because it is one level dip for shit tons of value. And I'm gonna be taking at least one level of Fighter no matter what, because again, it's one level dip and it's shit tons of value. You know what? You know what? Okay. I have an idea. I have a coin. Okay, I have a coin. Yep, I have a coin. I'm a DM. I always have a coin on hand. There we go. I'm going to toss a coin between a Mutation Warrior and a Paladin. So, if it's heads, it's gonna be Mutation Warrior. If it's tails, it's gonna be Paladin. Because a Paladin is a tail of a joke. So let's go. One, two, three. Let's go. Okay. Well, that's interesting. That is not what I expected to get. The Fates have a funny way to go about things. So instead of playing what I'm actually used to playing, we're gonna do Mutation Warrior. Let's go. This is gonna be interesting. I've never played Mutation Warrior. This is gonna be terrible. Human, because I'm a basic bitch. We're gonna be a guy. Oh, this shit. Noble. Yeah, like, I hope it's gonna be strong. Is there anything here that, like, gives me proficiency with Falchion? Or maybe regional stuff. See, considering I'm not playing on a high difficulty, I should probably just do a roleplay run, really, right? By the way, you can see how the developers do not want you to use a Falchion, because they are like, ah shit, Falchion is overpowered, no! I would recommend Trickster or Legend Mythics for him, they synergize like crazy. I have not decided on a Mythic Path yet. We will get to those when we get to those. Yeah, like, look at this, like, none of these give you bonuses to Falchions because developers are like, no, cannot allow that, no! Okay, so instead we are just gonna pick something that will help us a little bit. Persuasion and Trickery. You know what? We are gonna be a courtier. That means we will get Persuasion and Trickery. Trickery is really useful, and maybe one day we will not need to use Camellia. And Persuasion is just a no-brainer. That's always good to have on your main character. Even if we are probably... As an alchemist, we are probably not gonna be a charisma character, but it's always useful to have. Alright. Show. Oh, actually, yeah. But how would we... Okay. The question is, how would we make this work with our class and race? Because, at this point now, again, we are not playing on even normal, right? So, like, I need to think about the roleplay a little bit, because we are playing a role-playing game, after all. Let me think. Okay. So we are gonna do like Thief 2 kinda thing, where like our character starts as a street urchin pickpocket, right? And eventually gets picked up by an alchemist who teaches our character how to be an alchemist for reasons. Okay, good enough for me. A drug dealer. Oh, even that, yeah. A lot of things work. Okay. So we are obviously gonna... Okay, so, Mutation Warrior. How do I wanna build you? How do I wanna build you as? God, there's so many ways how I could build you. The problem is, I don't have experience with this class, or this archetype, I should say. Okay, so as a... So we are basically alchemist slash fighter. So actually no, we want our intelligence to be pretty high, right? Because we are basically half alchemist. So... Obviously we want incredible strength. Oh wait, so I don't care about intelligence? Huh, okay. Fuck intelligence then. We're gonna be retarded. You don't really need in unless you want skills. He doesn't get any spells. Okay. We definitely want some con. We also want okay dexterity, because I am not gonna be using heavy armor on this character. We are gonna be using we might actually be using light armor. I mean, I'll be using light armor, or we might be using God, I don't know. Many options. I could just be strength. I could just be strength, you know, get a big fucking weapon, a little bit of dex. Maybe go with medium armor. It's gonna be weird, because last time I played this game, we had this major armor bullshit from our Mythic. Which made it so that me casting major armor on myself actually made me more tanky than Sela. I mean, I'm not gonna be dual wielding. We are gonna be using a falchion because I'm a basic bitch, and that's how you always build a fighter in these games. Yeah, I think this is how we are gonna go. Whatever. I shouldn't worry about it too much, honestly. Obviously athletics. Nah, fuck it. Athletics. We want trickery. And a little bit of persuasion, so I can actually persuade people. I'm gonna be oscillating between putting points in athletics and stealth. Because something tells me that this character is actually gonna use a little bit of stealth. So yeah, let's go. Feats! And because we are human, we have millions of them. Weapon focus. Oh god. Oh, there we go, falchion. It's right there. Obviously power attack. And I kind of want cleave. I don't remember if cleave is any good in this game. In tabletop, cleave is fantastic, especially if you go into like great cleave and cleaving finish, right? But I don't remember if cleave is any good in this game because, you know, I barely used it for obvious reasons. We could get intimidating. Oh wait, intimidating prowess literally doesn't matter in this game. Sunder armor is okay. But again, we are not playing on high difficulty, so like, who cares? Combat reflexes would not be bad. We have pretty okay dexterity. With our dexterity, that would give us 3 more attacks of opportunity. And we do fight like 8 million enemies in this game. Blind fight is always useful. Armor focus would be useful. See, combat reflexes is much better if we have a reach weapon. With reach weapon, this would work much better. Yeah, fuck it, go. Don't think about it, don't think. Just do. Oh right, time to choose our god, which literally, like, from what I understand, this doesn't matter at all in this game. Which is so fucking insane, because like, when I'm making a new character, 90% of me thinking about shit is like the role-playing aspect of the character, right? Normally in Pathfinder, in tabletop. But yo, this is a game, so you don't really, yo, there's very minimal roleplay. So what kind of god are we following? Gorum. If you were a barbarian, maybe. It matters if you're a divine caster cleric. It matters a pretty big deal. Not really. I've done up to Act 2 as a cleric on my own, you know, when I was streaming this, right? You know, like outside of streaming, when I was streaming this. And I had a cleric, and my god never came up. Like, my character's faith never came up. Now, alignment matters, but the god not really. I really like Shellin. Shellin is like one of my favorite gods. I might go with Shellin. You don't diminish your domains as a cleric. Well, yeah, but you're, you know, in this game you will always pick a god that gives you a domain that gives you the animal domain. I'm talking about the roleplay, I'm not talking about mechanics here. Like, on that cleric, I picked, where is he? Erastil, right? And Erastil never came up. Never. Like, you would think, as a cleric of Erastil, you know, in this, you know, crusade, where demons are essentially fucking up the, you know, the traditional functioning system of life, right? You would think that my character would have a lot of shit to say, right? No! Not at all! Owlcat Studios gave negative fucks when it comes to role-playing in this game. So, like, me caring about this so much is, like, really silly, I guess. I mean, going with Shelling would be kinda cool as a... evil, so I cannot play evil in this game, because, like, to go evil... So, this is one of those games where evil is literally just retarded, right? Like... I hate when the idea of what's evil in games is like literally like a baby eating maniac. And that's sadly what evil is in this game. You know, fuck it, I'm gonna go with Shelling. Yeah. My favorite goddess. Let's go. Okay, Chaotic Good. Yeah, we are doing Chaotic Good, Sorta. You know what, that actually goes well, because a normal alchemist would be more lawful, right? Because they are educated, you know, they are smart, they you know, are the definition of caring about the laws of physics and shit, right? But a mutation warrior is essentially a fake alchemist. You know, it's a warrior who uses mutagens to essentially give himself an edge. Yeah, I actually kind of like that. This is good. I like this. You know, I might actually use this concept for a character in actual tabletop eventually. Anyway, appearance. I like the idea of a chonker. Let's go with chonker. Ultimate chonk. Chwonk. Feast. Oh no. Oh no. Some of these faces are like straight out of Oblivion, by the way. Okay, that's a very neutral kind of... Oh god. Kinda like one of these like over eyes scars. Yeah, this is a pretty nice scar. I like that. Eye color. There we go. Hairstyle. Again, I'm trying to like kinda do this. I don't know why I care. I'm gonna have a helmet most of the game. It's like, again, it's kind of like the Dark Souls thing, you know. You just like have the thing. Wow, I wish there would be more than just 10 options, man. It's kind of like the new Pokemon game just came out, where you have essentially no options. Oh god, that's so bad. Okay, this is slightly better. Okay, beard. Okay. Okay, this is alright. We kinda look like Leo DiCaprio a little bit. And I'm about to ruin that image entirely. Oh god. That looks like he has like a whipped cream smeared across his head and face. Oh no. We are not gonna be doing any war paints. We're gonna have purple clothes together with gray. Ish. Okay, that works. It's alright. That works. That checks out. Voice.
I'm always ready.
So it comes to this. I sense something. Does anyone require my counsel? I will guide. I need to concentrate.
Okay.
March, march. All I do is march.
Okay, that would be a good war voice.
Let us press on.
Their life ends here.
So many thoughts.
You're done for.
I feel faint.
The path is clear. Everyone counts on me.
I lead. You. I am superior!
Okay, that's a barbarian if I've ever heard one. Oh yeah, blood rages are in this game, right? So there's no reason to play a barbarian because blood rages exist.
Calm down. Not dead yet.
I'm not.
And off we go.
I'll need to review. Combat is adjourned.
Okay, 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 we are playing very old dude. Let's go. Okay. I don't know, Yo, this is gonna be really weird, but I'm gonna use a birthday of one of my friends. There we go. Okay, name. Alright, if anyone is in chat, now is the time to choose a name for our character. If anyone wants has any ideas, well, I'm gonna take a drink. Names are always difficult. So again, you know, it's not like we are actually real role playing. It's like fake role playing. Given your starting stats and allocation, I'd probably say don't clip on this guy, or we keep him pure mutation warrior to 20. Well, I mean, I might go with legend. Who knows? At that point, it's gonna get a little insane. I'm trying to think of a name. God damn it! It's because like I didn't know what this character is gonna be at the start, so because of that, I couldn't think of a name. You won't get a second mutation if you dip Vivi, so don't think about that. Oh! That's gotta be weird. I'm so used to dipping to Vivisection. It's because it's such a good fucking dip. It's almost as good as one dip fighter because it's just so good, man. There's a randomizer on the left name. Yeah, but I can imagine this being any good. Yeah, look at this. Oh no. Yeah, no. You know what? There we go. We are Nate. We are Nathaniel.
So it comes to this.
So this is our character. Our character is gonna be very interesting. What have I even created here? Look at this insanity. God. You know, on some level, this is actually a very interesting, like a character for tabletop, right? We have like this duality of man, you know, like starting from literal nothing, and managing to grow old and even get you know, becoming a warrior. So like, on a roleplay level, this is actually kinda interesting, right? Only wish I could roleplay in this game. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so the big part of the testing is gonna be now, because last time I was streaming this game was not optimized at all, right? So let's see if things are gonna get worse when we actually start the game. Just pick yourself an arcane caster to buff this guy. Oh yeah, are there any arcane casters? Oh god, I don't remember if there are any. Oh no! We are not an arcane caster. Oh no. Oh god. Oh, it's not running perfectly. It could be worse. It could be running as badly as the newest update of Dwarf Fortress. Oh! I'm sorry. There's Darren. Oh, we dated
Hey,
Darren last
somebody.
time.
We got a wounded fighter. Can we get a healer over here?
My, would you look at this? But why would you drag a wounded fighter into the middle of the festival square? Couldn't he be carted off somewhere else, like, oh, I don't know, an infirmary? Or an accommodating ditch?
Man, Darren, you start like such a fucking asshole, but you know, when we actually started going into your story, mwah, best character. Literally 10 out of 10. Completely dated him. I would date this motherfucker in real life.
Make room, everyone. Step back. Now, what's the matter? What happened to him? The wound looks nasty. Who did this to him?
Nenio. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Nenio. Isn't her quest like absolutely atrocious?
Demons, prelate. We found him barely alive outside the walls of Kenabres.
Okay, I'm gonna try not to spoil shit, right? You know, because you know, if audio is okay, this is gonna be on YouTube in the future, right? All I'm gonna say is, man, it's gonna be really weird considering I actually know what this character is. Yeah, I actually am aware.
The walls, you say? Enemy doesn't usually stray so close to the city. Must fortify the defenses. And you, hold fast. Don't die. We'll see you right. We'll get you patched up now. But first, you there, guard. Take his weapons. Bearing arms is not permitted during the festival. Wounded or not, everyone must abide by the rules. He can get his things back after the festival.
Man, not having weapons during a festival was such a bad choice, Hulrun. This is why nobody likes you, by the way. This is why we are probably gonna kill you eventually.
O Inheritor, leader of our troops, the sharpened edge of our blades and the unyielding strength of our armor. Iomade, I beseech you, grant your mercy. Heal his wounds.
I won't give up that easily.
Hear, hear. That's the Crusader spirit.
Fuck yeah!
My powers are not enough here. Someone call for Terendelev. You there. Yes, you. Stop dithering and gawping and make yourself useful. Go and get Terendelev.
Okay, so I actually have to talk about the tabletop version of this, right? So, the tabletop version of Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, right? Has so much better start because, for instance, Terendelev, she can survive, right? And there's no like contrived reasons, you know, for stuff. And Hulrun is not a complete asshole. There's so much different. Like ever since, you know, I actually have done somewhat the tabletop version of this. I'm like, wow, so much potential with all of these characters that Olka just didn't give a single fuck about.
Prelate, surely there is somebody else here better suited to running errands.
Ah, Camellia. It's because, you see, you might actually not get to see this fight, right? In the tabletop version, it is completely possible for you to not have witnessed Terendelev's death. And, you know, there is a rule among DMs, if you do not actually see the death, it might not actually happen.
I'll get her. Terendelev.
Ah, Sela.
Has anyone seen Terendelev?
Ah, Sela, my girl. I like the weirdest
Quick
characters in
about it
this
before
game.
It's too late. Now, who are you? I don't remember seeing you before, and I have an excellent memory for faces.
Okay, what if I were to tell you that, oh god, what's the succubus girl? The follower of Desna, succubus, what's her name? Oh god, I forgot her name. Fuck. She's like one of the most important NPCs. She can die, like pretty early on in the campaign. Now that would change the fucking campaign pretty dramatically. Yeah, no, not Arielu. The fuck, she can become one of the companions in the game. Arushe? I think her name is Arushe. I think. Yeah, like she can actually die pretty early on in the campaign if you fuck up too hard, or if you don't trust her because she's just a fucking she's, you know, succubus. Okay, so we, okay, so what kind of character? I'm just gonna say I'm Nathaniel.
That's the first I've heard of that name. Who are you then? What's your business in the city?
It's not your business to ask, Horun. Ah, he's an Inquisitor, it's okay. All Inquisitors are idiots.
My dear prelate, please, for the sake of the festivities, stop interrogating this poor man. He has been through enough already. Go on. I'll take care of him.
Does the able to explain where this MC came from? No, not really. This MC is actually basically standing for the entire party that is normal in Wrath of the Righteous, right? Also, interesting thing, Wrath of the Righteous is a campaign specifically designed for 6 players. Let me tell you how difficult it is to actually create a schedule for 6 players. You know, let's say weekly or bi-weekly, to do one of the longest motherfucking adventure paths in Pathfinder history. It's a nightmare. By the way, usually adventure paths are like for 2, 3 or 4 players, right? To have an adventure path for 6 players is kinda crazy.
Alright, as you wish. You are our protector, and a dragon at that. So I shall defer to your wisdom. But be on your guard. I've been informed he was wounded near Kenabres. That means the demons are prowling just outside the walls, and the city is crawling with their spies. Others may be able to relax on this holiday, but not you or I. Not the defenders of this city.
Oh, did you do 3 or 3.5? Because like 3.5 is basically 3, just better. I would recommend Pathfinder, you know, like Pathfinder is amazing. There's a little bit of a number crunching, you know, as you could imagine by playing this game, right? But it's fun, and I love the universe. I actually like Pathfinder universe so much more than Forgotten Realms.
Pry loose the grudging grip of pain. Cast off the veil of suffering flesh. Let light and life go forth in triumph to repel the skulking shade of death. There.
I like this, because canonically this is, you know, every single time you cast like a healing spell and shit, right? This is the kind of shit you have to say, but nobody does it because it wastes a lot of time. Yeah, thank you for helping me.
I accept your thanks, but my work is not yet done.
So who are you?
My name is Terendelev. I am the protector of the city.
So Terendelev is, if I remember correctly, she's a silver dragon, right? Silver dragons are incredibly rare, right? You know, see, golden dragons, there's a lot of them, right? Brass dragons, also basically everywhere. Silver dragons, yeah, that's kind of fucking rare. Are you really a dragon?
You don't believe me? Perhaps I should retake my true form and engulf this square with my ice breath to win your trust. Pay no mind to my current guise. I appear this way when I walk among the people. I would hamper the festivities if I tried to attend in my true form.
Yeah, the interesting thing about silver dragons is that they actually kind of vibe with normal people. Where most of the other dragons, you know, they kind of see themselves as kind of like above normal people. But silver dragons are like, yeah, fuck it, I'm totally vibing. I can remember, I just remember I liked it better than 2. Taco was confusing. See, I started with 2. I don't miss Taco, but I do miss, I definitely miss the days of 3.5, I have to say.
I do not know yet, and that troubles me. I am not entirely sure what the demons did to you. This wound is no ordinary injury, and it was inflicted by no ordinary weapon. I have rid you of your pain and restored your strength, but only time will allow you to heal fully.
Can I go?
Certainly, but be careful. I have managed to get you back on your feet, but I have not healed you fully. Alas, sooner or later, your pain will return.
I remember we used to do this thing with like science calculators, right? For 2nd edition, where you could say formulas, right? And you would essentially just slap numbers in the formula for you know, to hit AC 0. And it would essentially auto-calculate that shit for us. And it usually worked, except when it didn't, because, you know, TAC-O is just that fucking weird sometimes.
But do not be discouraged. You will recover, I promise you that. Tomorrow, come to the cathedral and say that you are expected by Terendelev, Protector of Kenabres. We will find a way to help you. But for now, put this out of your mind and enjoy the festival. They are all too rare in this time of war, and merriment is one of the best medicines.
Yay! So Baldur's Gate 2 is my favorite CRPG, I think, of all time. I respect that opinion, that's a good opinion. Alright, so this is our character. First things first, coup de grace, obviously. Charge, defensive fighting, blah 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 blah. Yeah, there we go. Coup de grace is gonna be fantastico when we get Camellia. Okay, so our character... Ooh, the game is not running very well for me right now. Ugh. It's gonna be extra spicy when we get in big battles. Darren! Well, I became one with Darren. Ah, Darren. Just you wait, Darren! I'm gonna get you again! Ooh, there's Anivia. Everybody's letting their hair down, everything's drinking, having a good time, but the demon spies never let up. Anivia, in all due respect, you are literally the worst spy master in human history. You are worse spy master than that one time, 2 years ago, when we were doing Crusader Kings 2 multiplayer, and I was a spy master for one of my friends, and I accidentally, not only have I not figured out the plot that was against him, I also accidentally helped the plot and killed him. And you are still worse. Oh, there's Sela! Sela! He's one traitor and he's another traitor. Yeah, we have 2 traitors here. Sorry, spoilers. Ramian, we are gonna be helping you, mate. Okay, so first we punch. I think you make a good DM. Thank you, I've been a DM for almost 2 decades now. Punch. Okay, so our character is going to punch because he's strong. And then we are gonna get fucking smashed. So, isn't the... Yeah, this is the dude. This is Arashi, Arashi now. Anyway, let's get drunk. Wait, what? Can you not get drunk anymore? Oh, wait, I need to click this. Oh, yeah. And this is where the big test of the fucking... If we can actually stream this, is gonna happen. Rip Aroden, by the way. Man, I have to say Terendelev is pretty weak.
Discari, Lord of Locusts, leave my city!
And there he comes, the big boy himself. I hate this so much.
Let the feast begin.
I hate this so much. The fact that Terendelev gets 1 hit. I hate it.
Discari's here. Discari himself. Blimey! 1 minute we had a dragon, the next, bam, she was gone. What are you gonna do? Fight or flee? If flee is your plan, let me help you out. I've got a scroll here with a good protective spell.
Like, okay, so I understand why Terendelev has no chance here, right? Because Discara is literally a demon lord, you know? He's literally, like... He's basically kind of like a god among the demons, right? And Terendelev, you know, She's pretty strong based on her character sheet, right? She's alright. But she's also kind of weak. It's kind of like a weird, like a mix between like both of those impressions, right? And like against the scary, yeah, you probably, you know, if your name is not Iomede, you probably are not gonna win. Except for us, because well, we are, you know, we are gonna be insane. So yeah, I've seen you somewhere before.
Yeah, you have. You owe me your life. I'm the one who found you outside the walls and brought you inside to be healed.
Ha, about that.
Patched you up. Good thing they did it before the attack, or else you'd have been done for.
Yeah, about that. So who is this? Yeah, let's ask who is the Scary.
You must have got a good drubbing around the head, brother. Discari's a demon lord, the most fearsome enemy of all crusaders and all living things, come to think of it.
What alignment are succubi incubi? Are they demons or devils? Succubi incubi are demons. Always. Now, there are equivalent to succubi incubi for devils, but let's just say that they are like the literal opposite of what they are in the demon form. They're bows and angel, black angel wings, and they're kind of scary, like really scary. Anyway, what's the situation in the city? Let's ask an obvious question.
Everything's on fire, crashing down around our ears. The place is crawling with demons. Looks like a whole army attacked the city. We're sitting ducks.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the demon lord. Let's go.
Sure thing. Here, take this. Best crossbow I've got. The person who made it said it could pierce the hide of a demon lord even.
See, I actually know what's going on with that as well, right? It's, oh, spoilers, I cannot say that, but let's just say that everything that's happening on screen right now has a point and is important.
Good luck! Try not to get eaten now!
How did we even hit his AC? Do you know what this AC is? It's insane.
A mortal gnat snaps its jaws at the Lord of Locusts.
Did that character just canonically nat 20?
Behold, Iomade. Behold the death I sow.
Man, I love nat 20ing a fucking demon lord in the fucking face. The first roll our character does in the game is a nat 20.
Terendelev, the defender of Kenabres, fell in battle. Hardly surprising, as she had to fight the demon lord Discari himself. He willed the land to part and swallow all who dared to stand in his way. But the war was still far from over.
Alright, so like I said, I do not know what Mythic Path we are gonna be on. I only know one thing. It's not going to be Azata. We are not doing Azata. Because Aiwu, since the last time I streamed this, Aiwu got incredibly nerfed. Sadly. Anivia! You useless piece of shit.
Holy mother of...
So trying to understand the difference between the two, because I always associate them as synonymous. But the devils and demons hate each other. Yes. So, you know how we are on a crusade here and we are fighting the demons, right? Well, what if I were to tell you the devils hate them even more than we do, right? See, there's actually three things. There's demons, there's diamonds, and then there's, you know, devils. You know, for all three evil alignments. Devils, basically Sorta led by Asmodeus himself, they would be very into the idea of wiping demons from the planes, essentially. That's kind of why the devil path is in this game anyway, and it is actually an evil relevant path to fight demons, because, well, they hate them even more than we do.
Hey, stay with me. You actually got pretty lucky. You fell down into a black hole. But at least you're not on your own. You've got a great companion. Everything's going to be just fine. Tell me something. Can you feel your legs?
So devils follow Asmodeus. Okay, not okay. It's actually more complicated. So Asmodeus is kind of like our Abrahamic god, right? You know, he's kind of like on top of everyone, right? But devils have this very complicated, almost like a political structure to them, right? Where, yeah, Asmodeus is probably the strongest, and he probably has the most favors to pull on other devils. But it doesn't mean that all of them follow him because of, you know, him being him, right? They usually follow him because, well, they have to. You know, there's no other way about it, because otherwise he basically blackmails them to death, right? Demons are kind of like more complicated. They are neutral evil. And where demons are like all about like corrupting the world and blah blah blah, and you know, devils are like all about sort of the similar thing, but they are more about like lawful way. You know, they are more like tyrants rather than hedonistic monsters. Demons, they are like, they just want to destroy the world, right? They basically wanna wipe the slate clean and just wipe out the entire universe. And I don't remember what the name of the god is, but they wanna wake up this one god that just consumes the entire world, and then Pharasma and GG, right? So out of these three, the neutral evil ones are probably the most evil, honestly. Because Asmodeus doesn't actually want to destroy the world, or even corrupt it, really. He just kinda wants to vibe around and, you know, get more powerful. And get souls and shit, right? Well, demons, they just want to corrupt the shit out of the world, but they also don't want to destroy the world. Urgafor. No, not Urgafor. Urgafor is the goddess of plague and bugs. Yeah, I don't remember what that one god's name is. But it's okay, it doesn't matter right now. Like, demons, they don't even show up in this game, I'm pretty sure, sadly. Even though they are a very interesting topic to go into, because, like, everyone talks about demons and devils, but there is a third side to this shit, and almost nobody talks about it.
I feel him all right. When say no to a little less feeling in him. My ankle's killing me, but my back seems to still be in one piece. My head, too.
That's all that matters. Now, we're going to... Hey! Fancy meeting you down here. You're the one that Terendelev healed today, right? You aren't injured, are you? Will you help me get her out from under the boulders?
Okay, we have a very small chance of passing this. Essentially, we need to roll 7. That means we have about 70-60% chance of passing this. So, hold on, we're going to get you out of there. Let's see if we passed it or not. Yeah, we did! We rolled... Wow, we rolled 8. We were just one of not passing it.
Damn it all. I think it's broken. Oh well, I've had worse. I'll just make myself a splint out of something. Thanks for the help. I wouldn't have lasted long on my own stuck under there. I'm Anevia Tirabade, of the Eagle Watch. I was overseeing security at the festival square. I thought maybe spies or demon worshippers might have something nasty planned. What actually happened, though? Now that I did not see coming. I don't think anyone could have been prepared for that.
I mean, there were a couple people who knew. I looked at Robagug. Yeah, Robagug! That's his name. He's the worm that lives in the planet or something. Yeah, basically, so he's asleep, right? And when he wakes up, he will consume all. He will consume the universe, the gods, and then himself. By the way, something, if you wish, you could follow. I stream every day. And if this testing stream is gonna go well, this is gonna be on my channel from now on.
Well, I'm Sela. Paladin by the grace of Iomade. I crossed the whole continent to come to Mendeb and fight demons. And well, I've been fighting for a while now. I don't even want to think what might be happening up there in the city. Kenabres has lost the protection of
Oh, thank you for the follow.
And of the Wardstone too, looks like. It's a relic without equal. It was placed here personally by Iomede's herald with the goddess's blessing. I really wanted to go see it, to pray before it. But there's no point worrying about a stone when there are people dying in the streets.
Also, her talking about Iomede's herald, that's really funny considering the canonical ending to Wrath of the Righteous. Oh man, the canonical ending to Wrath of the Righteous pisses me the hell off.
Yeah, things are looking grim enough, but don't lose heart. Wardstone or no, dragon or no, Kenabres will never give in. Simple as. Well, we've introduced ourselves. What about you?
Which one of these do we want to go with? Yeah, I just wound up here by chance.
Call me superstitious if you want, or maybe cynical. But I just don't believe in chance or coincidences.
Well, Anivia, that's a really funny thing to say considering how much in this campaign happens entirely by fucking coincidence. Or, you know, are we just planning it? Who knows? One or the other, or both at the same time.
How many stories around the tavern table have started with those very words?
Right enough. I have this habit, see, anytime somebody starts yakking about blind chance, it always turns out that the thing was as far from a quirk of fate as you could want. Sorry, don't take it personal, like.
I swear that this is developers, you know, just saying that, you know, oh yeah, it's not RNG, it's just you being bad. By the way, Alchemist Studios is, like, extremely toxic when it comes to that kind of shit, right? Like, I keep saying this, but, like, Alchemist Studios is the kind of DM/players that would survive maybe 2 sessions at a table until any kind of legit, you know, group of people would just kick them out.
Now then, I'll hobble my way out of here somehow. The city ain't far, only 30 paces or so. That's if you're going straight up, of course. I'm afraid we're gonna have to go the long way round.
To summarize, there are 3 of us, with 5 working legs, 3 pairs of decent hands, 2 clear heads, and 1 made of wood. That's mine. Underground monsters beware! Anevia, you stay behind us. You're in no fit state to fight. If we do come up against anything, the 2 of us will try to manage on our own first. Well, onward! May the good deities lead us back to the open sky soon.
Alright, so first things first, we need a weapon. And we also need to fuck with this. So, Ceylon, you're a little bit tankier than me. So I am going to set up the formation like this for now. We are gonna get Anivia, not Anivia, Camellia pretty soon. There we go. Please have a falchion. Hey Vic, welcome to the stream. Hey Vic, could you tell me how the audio and visuals are on your end? Is there any, like, audio crusting or any weird, like, audio kinks? Oh, there's a falchion. Whoa! Game, did you just give me a cold iron falchion from the fucking get-go? Fuck yes. We need those. Cold iron longsword, that's always useful. We are not gonna get a heavy shield. We are gonna get that longbow, though. You know, fuck it. I'm gonna get the shield as well. Alright. Down there was ale. Oh god, I could go for some ale right now, my dude. Okay, so for once, I'm actually gonna take this on me. We are gonna get a falchion. Oh my god, look at it. It looks so fucking awesome. Aw, man. And for once, I don't have a character that, you know, cannot use a bow. So you have a normal longsword. Oh, here we go, cold iron longsword. Fuck yes. That's a ever-burning torch. Let's put an ever-burning torch on you. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I can already tell. Let's do save point. Alright, let's go! We get turned to left scale. I don't know what that's for, but it's a story quest that you can show to the storyteller. later on. Camellia!
Who's there? Relax, friend. We're not demons or cultists. Don't poke my eye out with that thing, all right? We fell down here during the attack. I'm Sela, that's Anevia, and this is our new friend. We're looking for a way back to the surface.
It pops sometimes, but it's it's barely noticeable. It's clear, so it's no big deal. Oh no, so it's happening again.
Really? I'm so ever glad to hear it. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Camellia. I was also in the square when... I can scarcely believe it. How did all those demons get into the city? I thought, naively it now seems, that the Wardstone protected us from attack. And Terendelev, I can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah, that audio popping is what literally only happens with this game. I don't know why. Maybe it's because my computer just cannot like handle this game and stream at the same time, right? Because when I'm not streaming, this game is running pretty alright. But with streaming and, you know, streaming taking up, you know, resources, it fucks, you know, it fucks up a little bit. And sadly, it seems like that thing is still happening. Man, that sucks. Oh, fuck it. Let's just continue for a little longer, and then I will, you know, eventually I will do some checking up on it myself. Yeah, not many could withstand a strike from a demon lord, not even Terendelev.
I can't argue with that. We're fortunate to be alive, albeit underground.
Discari himself has come to Kenabres. There's no mistaking that ugly mug. Terendelev tried to fight him, but what could she do against a near deity? Even the Wardstone was no help. Our city used to be protected by powerful forces, but now?
We've seen how powerless they truly are. Henceforth, we shall have no one but ourselves to rely on, I suppose.
So tell me more about yourself.
Who am I? Just an ordinary citizen who decided to take a stroll through the square on the day of the festival. But that's not what you wish to know, is it? You most likely wish to know whether I'll be a burden should you ask me to join your group. No need to worry about that. I can assure you that I am skilled with a rapier, and I also possess some knowledge of magic.
Well, knowledge of magic, she's a shaman, so... she's less about the magic, she's more about the hexes. And her hexes are very good. So what happened to this poor man?
I don't know. He must have been in the square when disaster struck. I tried to revive him, but he was already dead, sadly.
He didn't get these wounds from the fall. Be on your guard. Whatever killed him likely hasn't gone far.
Hang on. I think I know him. His name's Aravashniel, the egghead from the library. He was a good lad, even if he was kind of stuck up. May his soul rest in peace.
So do you want to join us?
Certainly. Survivors should stick together. It's only sensible. Who knows what else could be prowling about in these caves?
Yeah, we need to keep moving. Let's go.
That's right. It would be the height of foolishness to survive a demon attack only to perish under a pile of rubble.
Let's see if this poor bloke has anything useful on him. Not to sound like a heartless brigand or nothing, but we kinda need all the supplies we can get right now.
Okay, so she starts a little wounded. You know, this is a tutorial to teach you that healing is a thing. Now, normally you want to use her as a damage dealer, right? But with our party here, I don't think that's gonna be necessary. We can just give her a crossbow and have her be in the back, actually. Because she's actually pretty likely to die. But with this, she's actually not gonna be very likely to die anymore.
There are many roads to success.
He has a masterwork dagger. Okay, let's keep going. Anyway, people in chat, how are you? How is everything? We are gonna be getting to fighting finally.
Well, I'll
Initiate.
cut you wide open. Save the last one
She
for
missed.
me.
Ah yes, the music of this game. Nathaniel! Do your thing! Okay, I wanna know what the roll was. Give me a second. Nice! Oh, okay, that's pretty delish. 16 damage? At level 1? Oh ho ho! Oh man, this is gonna be something else, isn't it? Oh, we can charge again. Okay, you. 13. Oh no! Ooh, mamma mia! Oh. Yo, Anivia, help us. Or not. Okay, so we cannot exactly retreat, so we might as well get the weapon out and get murder.
Spirits demand your blood.
Nice!
I heed the voice of the spirits.
God, okay, this is gonna be a very fun character. Okay, so people in chat, how bad is the audio pop-in? Like, is it like really bad, or... Like, how terrible? How much it fucks up the experience? Ah, fuck.
My combat abilities.
Grr! Man is old, but he also smash.
You are today's sacrifice.
We win.
Watch out for trouble.
Watch out for trouble. He sounds like my dog sometimes.
Time for words has passed.
No time for words have passed. He's like Bacata from fucking Lands of Lore. Which is like a fucking frog person. Well, Anivia's kill stealing the kills. I think the only martial that can compete with Mutation Warrior is a Sword Saint. Sword Saint is slightly high. Yeah, I actually know. I happen to know. Though the weird thing is, Sword Saint in the tabletop is actually an archetype of a samurai, which is not even a class in this, I'm pretty sure.
There are many rooms.
Fun fact, I actually have a samurai character right now in a campaign that has not started yet. And I'm really looking forward to actually that campaign starting. It should start tomorrow if nothing happens badly. Jesus fucking Christ, is that 29 damage? At level 1? Oh my god! Nathaniel! I'm sorry. Okay. What the fuck was the calculation on the bitch? Oh my god. Oh my Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, I need to make this character in tabletop. My DM is going to hate me.
Go for their hearts.
29. 29 at level 1.
The heartbeat quickens.
29 at level 1.
I'll cut you wide open.
Nathaniel! End this man! It feels like I'm cheating! What's going on? Ah, I fucked up. No, but seriously, what the fuck? I'm sorry for the reaction, by the way. I usually am not like this reactive, but like... Whoa! That's a lot of damage! Yo, Lan! My boy.
No, I can't just walk away. It's got to be here somewhere. Wenduak!
Ah, Wenduak, you bitch.
Lan, did you find it? Who is that?
The do-gooders here to save our mongrel souls, no doubt. Wait. They might know what's going on up there.
By the way, this is kind of what I'm talking about. Like, the evil option is just... Monsters like you don't deserve to live. It's like... This could literally be like a good aligned option, by the way, if you were a paladin. But yeah, like, I hate that most evil options are this. Anyway, demons are laying waste to Kenabres.
If things are as bad as you say, then we all have to hurry.
You didn't come from the direction of the shield maze. Damn it. I couldn't care less about what's happening on the surface, but the maze...
I realize that you guys have your own troubles. But we need to be in Kenabres. People are dying up there. Please, show us the way out.
Who are you, tieflings?
Tieflings are the descendants of people who sullied themselves by mating with demons. Our ancestors would never sink that low. We are the Underground Crusaders, the children of the Crusades' finest.
Fun fact, a vast majority of tieflings are not created because someone sinks low and has sex with a demon. Usually, tieflings are the products of rape. I'm not even kidding, that is actually the lore.
Sadly, Underground Crusaders is a bit of a mouthful, so people usually just call us mongrels.
You just love repeating that, don't you, Lan? Mongrels. That's what the Uplanders call us. But we call ourselves Neathers.
No matter what you call us, it's not gonna stop our horns, hooves, or tails from growing.
Yeah, the main problem with mongrels is that they have very short lifespans. Like, I believe that they have like, they live like 30 years and that's about it. So basically, I would be long dead if I was one. Yeah, I've never heard of Underground Crusaders before.
In Kenabres, they're called mongrels. People say that they come up to the surface at night and eat anyone foolish enough to wander alone after midnight. To tell you the truth, I thought you guys were just a tale to tell kids at night.
That's human gratitude for you. Our forefathers suffered the consequences of demonic corruption, all to protect Mendev and Golarion. And for what? So we could become monsters used to frighten children.
Every mongrel has their own take on it. Our chief, for example, thinks of us as something like a reserve military force. He thinks we're standing by until the moment we're needed, and when we emerge on the surface and save the day, all the people will see how good we are, and they'll love us for it. Yeah, he leaves that last part out when he talks about it, of course, but it's easy enough to read between the lines.
Yeah, I actually kind of like the lore behind the mongrels, because like, in the tabletop version, you deal with them as well, right? And I have to say, as a dungeon master, you know, speaking like the chieftain, I think his name is like Sulik or something like that, or Sulk, I don't remember. It is very weird and fucked up because he has like this very specific way of speaking. So Tricks of Perception 2 feat allows you to take improved critical feats multiple times. If you use a weapon like Falchion, I think you can get your crits to 11, 20, which is like, whoa. Okay, that sounds awesome. Let's go with that. I don't know, I still do not know what Mythic Path we are gonna go on. So what is this place?
This is the hall where we remember the glory of our forebears. Sorry about the mess. It doesn't usually look like this, trust me. Sometimes we even wipe the dust off the exhibits.
This is where the relics of the first Crusaders are displayed. Our lives are short. Our glories are quickly forgotten. But this place helps us to remember that we are just as worthy as anyone else. And that our lives are not lived in vain.
The first Crusaders? You've been down here that long? That's crazy.
Yeah, so what are you actually doing here?
That's none of your bit.
We're looking for a holy sword. It was here, in the center, sticking out of a rock. The sooner we find it, the better. Some kids from our tribe took off for the shield maze. They figured it had collapsed, and now it's their time to go up to the surface, like all the legends foretold. Except they don't have a clue what's waiting for them up there. They're not fighters. And Saul, the chief of our tribe, is dead set against it. He says that now isn't the time for the Underground Crusaders to take up arms. If we get the Holy Sword, we might be able to change the chief's mind.
It's a fool's errand. None of us will be able to hold the sword, let alone use it to save anyone. It's not an ordinary weapon. It's made from righteous heavenly flame, and will burn anyone who touches it. Do you think you're special, Lan?
I'll pick it up with my teeth and tie it to my hand if I have to. It doesn't matter. An angel's sword and a troop of stalwart mongrels will be able to work a minor miracle. Speaking of which, you're still here, Wendu, which means that deep down, you know it's possible.
Also, just because you don't wear armor doesn't mean you're a tank. You can brew up mage potions and get archmage armor, mythic feat, which... Wait, but can you... I thought you can only get archmage armor if you are arcane caster, no? Also, speaking of mythic bullshit, me and my players are currently running a mythic campaign on Sundays. We stream that every Sunday, if we can, that is. And you see, my players didn't actually know that the campaign that they joined was a mythic campaign, and they just unlocked mythic power, right? And they are like legitimately shitting themselves because they suddenly have like these massive choices to make. Because you see, while in this game you can change your mythic path several times throughout the story, right? In actual tabletop, Pathfinder, if you have to choose your mythic path and you stick to it, right? So I basically now uncovered onto my players that they have to pick a mythic path, right? And they basically only had a week to choose. And it's actually, let's just say that it has created a lot of chaos. So a little hint for anyone wanting to run a mythic campaign in your life. Tell your players it's a mythic campaign. If you don't tell them, they will be very confused and there will be a lot of panic. No, you can take it even as a martial. Just a spell has to cast by you on yourself only, so does mage armor potions work. Okay, that's something to think about. Okay, so Wendu just shrugs and turns away. So, maze, does it really lead to the surface?
Yes. There are other ways up, but they are far from here. And after the earthquakes, there's a good chance they've collapsed. But the maze... There's a legend among our people that when the walls of the maze fall, that will be a signal for us, the underground crusaders, that the time has come to go up to the surface and fight the demons in the final confrontation. Until then, the people say the maze is shielding us from taking rash actions. I'm the only one in our whole tribe to have been in the maze. And even I don't know if it's true. But the further I went in the maze, the fresher the air became. That means that it really must lead to the surface.
Last turn is a good on anyone. Yeah, I'm planning to get last turn as soon as I can. But to be honest, it is going to take quite some time before we even unlock mythic powers. So I don't have to worry about it right now at all.
When the ceiling and walls started shaking, the young ones in our tribe lost their heads. They figured the maze was going to collapse, so it was time to go up to the surface. They grabbed whatever weapons were on hand and ran off toward the maze. They think the maze is no longer a danger to them. They've been listening to Wendwog too much.
Don't try to blame this on me. Yes, I told them that our people are capable of making our way through the maze. In the future. But I always told them to wait until I had made a map of all the maze's dangers. I warned them 100 times. But it was no use. My words just went in one ear and out the other.
Yeah, especially because I do not actually know if I'm gonna be able to continue this. Because if the audio problems are too bad, then I'm just not gonna be able to continue, sadly. And I do not know how bad the audio problems actually are. You know, if it's gonna be like... if it's gonna be like a skipping central, then no, we are not continuing. But if it's, gonna be like, I don't know, a skip every now and then I think I can deal with that. A sword of holy flame, how did it wind up down here?
It came here with its owner. A long time ago. 50,000 gongs to be precise.
So as I said, I'm doing a squishy lich sorcerer, and last stand was my first mythic ability. It didn't get used till I was mythic 3. But when a spirit buffle polymorphed and one shot me, my last stand procced and I lived. Oh man. Baleful polymorph against players, that's so mean. Like, as a DM, that's one of those things I would never use against players, because that's just such a fucking dick move.
70 years ago, in Uplander time.
Like, killing a person? Yeah, that's not a big deal. Baleful polymorphing them? Yeah, that's kinda shit.
50,000 gongs ago, our forebears found a dead angel here, along with the bodies of his comrades. The tribe gave them a dignified burial, and they were laid to rest with their weapons. But the flaming angelic sword was stuck in a rock, and no one was able to pull it out. It burned to the touch, like real fire. So the rock was placed over the angel's grave. It should be here somewhere.
Maybe the angel will dig himself out and find the sword for us. That might be our best shot in this chaos.
Just imagine a dog executing a mythic ability of Last Stand, barking that he refuses to die. Okay, that's kind of funny. See, that's the kind of shit I would love at the table.
Lan, watch your tongue.
It's like, the last very interesting thing that happened was, my players, right? They basically were doing these jobs for a dude who literally goes by the title of a Mad King, right? And at the end of that entire storyline, he essentially was like, hey, take this letter to this duchess, you know, that is in the neighboring duchy to my kingdom, right? So they went there, not thinking at all to cast like 8 million, you know, divination spells on the fucking letter, right? So they delivered the letter, right? And there was like this big sequence of things that happened when she opened the letter, you know, the envelope with the letter, right? Because she essentially procced a spell on it, which was supposed to phantasmokiller her to death, right? But her bodyguard essentially took the hit and got killed himself. It also had a secondary function where it attempted to mind control everyone in the room and attempt to basically give them a simple command spell of kill the Duchess, right? In case the envelope itself would not do it. Which everyone resisted except for one of the player characters who just happened to be the gunslinger, right? And one of my other players used one of his hero points, which is a system that's not even in this game, by the way, in order to essentially do an immediate action to try to basically bang the weapon out of the hands of the player who got mind controlled, right? You know, basically dominated. Now, the sequence was that she shot, right? She shot it basically in the air, you know, into the ceiling of the room, the bullet that was supposed to go for the Duchess, right? And he, you know, the player who used the hero point essentially banged the weapon out of her hands. It was like this really cool sequence, right? That like, if this was in a movie, this would be like, where the time would like slow down and we would just like see all of the actions that happen in the span of like 10 seconds. Anyway, we'll find the sword faster, we work together, I will help you.
Thanks. An extra pair of eyes can only help. This sword will be easy enough to spot. It looks,
Swordy.
Swordy. Help us, and in return, we'll get you out of here.
Now we're talking. Let's get to work. It's a good thing we all bumped into each other, isn't it?
What, you want to find the sword quickly so the underground monsters bring you back to the surface? So be it.
Alright. We are eventually gonna get Lan as a companion. Oh god, lore religion 70 DC. There's like no way we will pass that. I don't think anyone in our team has any good lore religion. So we have 3 here. We have 1 there. We have -1 here. So, in order to pass a DC 17, we have to roll... We need to roll 15. Yeah, that's not happening.
This one was beyond.
Yeah, I would be surprised if it worked. Also, we don't have anyone with high perception. Until we get Lan. You know, when we get Lan, we will actually have pretty okay perception. Yeah, see? Oh, the perception checks are failing. Oh no. Because this room actually has like a stupid amount of perception checks.
I found.
Mostly because the developers want you to get money.
What's that there?
Yeah, there we go. Schwart. A yellow Schwart. A strange flash pierces the gloom, and Nathaniel feels drops of searing blood run down his chest. The wound healed by Tarendalev reopens and weeps scarlet. But there is no pain or weakness. A hazy scene appears, a cave chamber. This one or another one entirely. Nathaniel's heartbeat quickens, and a stream of thoughts suddenly bursts into his mind. Thoughts that clearly belong to another. Treachery. They betrayed me, trapped me, and stabbed me in the back. My trusted allies, my treasured friends, the people I swore to protect. The people for whom I descended from heaven and came to this turbulent mortal world. Did we actually learn what happens with these guys anyway? Anyway, there they are, up ahead, in the gloom of the cave. What are they waiting for? Are they afraid to draw any closer? Do they believe I am about to die from their traitorous blows? Next to me, a quiet moan. A girl with a golden braid lies on the rocks, clutching her slashed side. She refused to join with the traitors and paid dearly for it. I could have tried to run, but I will not, because I still manage strength. I must. While recognizing the foreign origin of these thoughts, Nathaniel intuits that he controls them somehow. Let's heal the girl. A spark of healing magic illuminates the eerie, murky scene before Nathaniel. The wounded girl opens her eyes and whispers, "Larry, you said that everything was going to change soon. You said you and the other warriors of heaven would be leaving us on a grand mission to stop the demons forever. Is that true?" The frenzy of foreign thoughts come faster and faster, like a rushing river, and images flash by one after another. A priestess in colorful robes observing the stars, a young female paladin praying, clutching her glowing sword, a majestic golden winged angel gazing into the distance, his face covered by a helmet and his voice ringing clear, "Only if you're willing, and only if you're ready. There is no going back." "Then don't waste your strength healing me," the girl whispers. "Your mission is more important. You take care. It is near." There in the vision, the darkness in the cave stirs into motion. Something massive appears from within the depths. A vague shadow, an outline, a nightmare come to life. A wave of odious chirruping and rustling emanates from the shadow. The sound piercing like hot irons, lancing through flesh and bone. The traitors fall to their knees before the shadow in reverent ecstasy, and the wounded girl thrashes in the death throes. The yawning chest wound burns white hot. Nathaniel's head pounds with pain, and it is no longer clear whose pain it is, the person called Golarion, who sent this vision, or the one unlucky enough to receive it. So, I will say it's terrible. Our knowledge arcana is terrible. Oh no. See, I'm used to having like ridiculous knowledge arcana because I tend to make, you know, magical characters. Well, I mean, I have high chance of passing this, so yeah. Fight out the illusion. No, we failed. I'm actually pretty okay. We were close. We were close. The force of this terrifying attack, though originating in a vision, is much greater than anything Nathaniel can withstand. Crippling fatigue drags him to the ground, hands trembling, cold piercing his skull and slowly creeping along his spine. The one who sent this vision is experiencing something similar. He is broken and exhausted. A monstrous shadow emerges from the murk of the cave. It is not real. It exists only in this strange vision or memory. But the thrill of fear it provokes is more than real. The shadow's features starkly resemble those of Descari, the terrifying demon lord. In a movement as swift as thought itself, the monster's hand is wrapped around the throat of the one they called Lariel. The foolish angel struggling on the rocks, like a fly with its wings torn off, intones the shadow. Its voice changes as it moves, shifting from quiet whispering to a sonorous shout, becoming young, then old and quivering. Where is your goddess, angel? Where is her self-assured herald? How is it that you are dying here alone, so far from the light of heaven? Fuck. Let's go. A strange calm envelops the thoughts of the one called Lariel. He recognizes who stands before him, and he knows he will never bow down before this enemy. The flaming sword flares to life in his hand, bright, pure, flickering with multicolored sparks like a sunbeam through the stained glass. Slash. The blade slices through the demonic creature's flesh, and the monster recoils with a howl, releasing his grip on Lariel's throat. The angel falls back heavily on the rocks. His vitality is ebbing, but his pride remains undiminished. He grips the sword, and with his last burst of strength, plunges it into the rock. Nathaniel senses that the vision is fading, the rush of thoughts diminishing, like a river running dry. The last thing he hears is this: "You will kill me, monster. This I know. But one day someone will come here and raise up my sword. They will raise it up and..." What kind of is our personality here? We're kind of building up the personality of our character, in a way. Yep, we're going to save and protect the innocent. The vision disappears, vanishing in a burst of colors. Nathaniel does not hear the final words, but he seems to complete the thought, taking it to heart. The words fly from his lips, and with them, something else. The heat blazing Nathaniel's chest fades away. The edges of the scarlet wound close, leaving not even a scar behind. Looking down, Nathaniel sees the flaming sword in his hand, or rather, its outline, the memory of what the sword looked like. With a final surge of warm and soothing light, the sword vanishes, and the light is drawn into his hand. Nathaniel senses that it will return. All he needs to do is call it. Imagine getting mythic power by just like finding a sword.
Hey! Are you alright? You were kinda glowing just now.
Sila kneels before the light, offering a prayer to Iomede.
That was it. The light of heaven. But how?
What did you do with it? Where did it go?
Yeah, I think I saw the memories of Lariel, the angel who died here.
Lariel? That really was Lariel? The angel from the legends. The ancestors even got his name right on the gravestone. The chief will be thrilled.
You. Thousands of gongs and no one's been able to touch it, and now you, an ordinary creature of flesh and blood no different to us, get the sword and start talking about visions.
Oh, that line has to be really funny if you are playing like Oread or like a Dampier. You know, who are not ordinary creatures of flesh and blood.
Now, Wentawag, don't be a sore loser. He is clearly different from us. The sword appeared before him, along with the angel's name and all that other stuff, because he doesn't carry our mongrel taint. Heaven doesn't give a damn how special we are. We're born with evil inside us. Heaven doesn't need to know any more than that. I know you're willing to tear anyone apart to uphold our people's honor, but you and Sol, you just refuse to face the truth. We are the way we are because our ancestors' bodies were corrupted by the Abyss. It does the same thing to plants and animals. There's nothing heroic or special about it. It doesn't make us better, and it doesn't make us worthier.
So Oread's Vern Kingmaker, what is their background lore? So, long story short, there's a lot of people, you know, a lot of humans essentially, that have been touched by the planes, you know. For instance, you know, my actual favorite race in all of Pathfinder is actually a race that was touched by creatures known as proteans, right? Which basically makes it so that during birth, let's just say that they have literal chaos inside their blood, which kind of does this mongrel thing almost, where, you know, they tend to mutate in all of the ways, right? The reason why I like this race is mostly because they actually have this thing where you roll on this like random table of random abilities and they get these really silly abilities. Among which one is that they get like tentacles and they can shoot ink out of the tentacles, which is really funny. Anyway, Oriets are humans that were touched by the element of Earth. You know, they are basically touched by, you know, the plane of Earth, and because of that, they are all stony and shit. That really is the lore. They're just very unfortunate souls who just kind of happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time when their parents were fucking. Anyway, we are going to reveal the light. It's so lame.
That is just... wow, I mean, that's amazing. Heaven has truly blessed you.
See, I love how in the book, right, in the AP, you know, it's described as like brilliant light, you know, blah blah blah, right? And here it's like,
This power is the most majestic thing I've ever seen in all my life. Is this what the sun is like, Lan?
What does it mean to be touched by the earth? Sorry, I don't know what that means in context. Okay, so essentially, okay, so do you know about the planes? You know, do you understand, like, there are like different planes of existence in Golarion, or I should say, in the world of Pathfinder? You know, like, again, for instance, you have the plane of Earth, which is basically where all arcane and well, mostly arcane casters actually get the earth powers from, right? You know, if you cast some kind of acidic spell, you know, you are essentially either conjuring it from literal fucking nothing, or you're essentially borrowing that power from the plane of Earth. Makes sense, right? Well, you see, the material plane, which is where Golarion is the world where we are playing right now. It is kinda the crossroads between all of these worlds, right? That's why the material plane is very important. Now, because of this, there's essentially these, there's almost these, like, if you've ever seen Stalker, or played Stalker, there's almost like these Stalker-like anomalies that happen because of, let's say, arcane users doing some kind of experiment, or gods being a little funky, or the Fae doing their Fae thing, or blah blah blah. There's like a million reasons, right? And if something like this was happening around the time and place where your parents were fucking, there is a pretty good chance that you turned out to be one of these mutated humans, right? This is basically how the plane of Earth, most events happen, the purgatory, yeah, so you do actually understand the concept. So, for instance, Azimars, right? Azimars are a product of, essentially, some kind of celestial being. Doesn't need to be an angel. It has to be some kind of celestial being having some kind of... It doesn't actually even have to be an intercourse, you know, it doesn't actually have to be sex, right? It can be just very deep friendship, or like a bunach, you know, like a human has done something for an angel, for instance, and because of that they formed a boon, a bond, right? Anyway, so yeah, there's like a lot of reasons, and for all reads, you know, this usually doesn't happen, though a lot of shamans, for instance, you know, who praise the plane of Earth, they very often, you know, do this thing where, oh yeah, they basically go to the plane of Earth, or communicate with it more likely, right? And they do a thing like, oh yeah, my future child will be basically like this greater Earth Elementals sacrifice. But the greater Earth Elementals actually decide to not sacrifice the child. Instead, they want the child to be born as an Oread, right? Again, it's kind of complicated. With the plane of Earth, it's not really politics, but like a lot of these things, they are actually like the planar politics. Again, we could sit down and talk about this like for hours, because this is like some like very important lore if you play anything other than a human or elf or dwarf, you know. And even with dwarves, you know, the planar bullshit is very important. Anyway, let's continue. Sorry, I went on a tangent there.
It's similar, but this light is more golden. Chief Saul needs to see this. Now that we have the power of angels on our side, he can't say no. He'll have to assemble a troop to storm the maze. You Uplanders care about your kids, right? Help us save ours. Without them, we won't survive. And then, the perils of the maze won't be so bad if we go together. We'll make our way through it and find the way to Kenabres.
Oh, it's actually funny you're mentioning Orician. A friend of mine is gonna be running a Orician-centric campaign next year. I believe he's planning to start either in January or February. So that's gonna be interesting. Now, we have not heard about that campaign in like a month because he's been very busy. But no, I have not actually run anything in the Southern Continent. See, the way Pathfinder works is the vast majority of campaigns are actually set in one place, which is called Varisia. Which is kind of sad, but you know, it's kind of like how vast majority of campaigns in Forgotten Realms are set in either the Underdark or in the Sword Coast, right? It just do be like that, sadly. And because of that, most of my Pathfinder campaigns, you know, lately, we have been setting them in different areas. Like, we have done a campaign in, well, Varisia. We have done a campaign that was entirely set in Absalom. You know, basically the trading city and country of Absalom. We are currently doing a homebrew campaign that is set in my universe that I've been working on for over a decade. Very soon we are going to be starting a campaign that is set in Ustalav, which is basically Ravenloft, but in Pathfinder, if you know what Ravenloft is. And I'm really looking forward to that one because I'm playing Kitsune in that one. And I'm playing Kitsune Witch, that is Fey-touched. It's gonna be so much fun. I love doing like Fey bullshit. Yep, sounds like a really dark desert area with lots of vile spellcasters. Yeah, there's also a lot of slavery in there, so that's fun. That makes it really easy to make a lot of people to kill. Slavery is such a simple thing. You put it in your campaign and literally everyone... You know, nobody thinks about morals at that point, because, you know, if you have slavers in your campaign, well, they already don't have morals, so it is moral to kill them. You don't really need to try as a DM. It's simple. It's like making a campaign in Numeria. It's like, most of the people in Numeria are okay with slavery, that means they're automatically evil people. Usually. Anyway, lead us to your chief, and I will decide if I'm going to help or not.
Let's go. We'll take the short route. Well, the only route, really.
Was reading forums and said Cheliax... Yeah, so Cheliax? Oh my god. So Cheliax is one of those places where I could sit down and have a conversation for hours about, like, what makes it tick. But long story short, it is basically, what if Holy Roman Empire, you know, HRE, was basically about praising Satan and like blood sacrifices, tyranny, and like, I don't know, eating babies. Like, Cheliax is basically like this incredibly evil place where like being lawful evil is norm. It's kind of one of the reasons why in 2nd edition Pathfinder they made them die. Oh shit, loot. We never looted this. Also, we need to set a formation. Alright, so now we're gonna have a very interesting formation here. There we go. It's like a penis.
Well, this didn't go well.
What did you roll? Wow, you were just one off?
The mongrel did it.
The mongrel did it. Oh boy, he did it. Yo, Lan, be a deer.
You'll make a fine trophy.
Yeah, but Chiliax is really fucked up. Chiliax is like, no fun area. If someone says anything good about Chiliax, it's a red flag, and you should probably be very worried about that person. I'm sorry, what was that damage? Oh, you know, Kaju 29 at level 1. Wow. Okay, Camellia, you're not gonna be super useful until you get your hexes. When you get hexes, you become ridiculously overpowered.
They'll beg me to stop.
Can't really do that because she's in the way.
I'll just have to resort to brute force.
Oh man. Oh boy, oh man. This is good. This is very good. Oh, it's gonna get even dumber when you hit 3. 3 is when you get your drugs. Yeah, but are mutagens like really limited in like how often you can use them? God, I really hope the audio is not fucked up too much.
Forget it.
I really hope the audio is not too fucked up, man. I wanna continue this.
Your blood.
Oh look, earth elementals, we were just talking about them.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
One down. Only one use, but it lasts very long. Okay.
I'll rip you apart.
See, I remember the dungeons in this game are fucking insanely long. Okay, so I am actually going to position ourselves here.
I found something.
Camellia,
You are today's sacrifice.
it's time to yeet and skeet this boy. We missed! No!
This will leave a bruise.
Actual depression. Also, holy shit, Seala, you could yeet it.
You won't survive me.
No match for me.
Defensive.
The inheritor, guide my blade. Go for their hearts.
The reason it's so strong too is that it stacks with every buff in the game except with the section's mutagen itself. You put bull strength and mutagen with blast on this guy and he's never gonna miss. But we will see about that. I heard that one before.
So it comes to this. There are many roads to success.
Ah, there we go. The one with cure light wounds.
Forget it.
Alright, so, Camellia, could you do your thing? Alright, so who is like the highest the UMD in our party? 2. Oh god. Oh god, we have no one with UMD. This is bad. What's the DC? Wow, so she has to roll 9. She has like 50% chance of passing this.
Together, we stand.
And she did it. Okay, let's go. Camilla gets a bonus to using it because she knows the spell. That's a good point, actually. Yo, Lan, be a deer.
For the worst.
Time to practice my combat abilities.
Okay, just skip onto the enemy, show out themselves. There is no reason to go forward and hunt them down. Oh, Anivia, cheers. Cheers, love. Oh, you are in a bad way. Oh, blah, blah. absolutely annihilated. Oh, that's a massive light crossbow. Yo, Camellia. Here we go. Oh yeah, we have the fucking braces of armor. Who needs them? Lan, because you're a monk, so yeah, here we go. Slightly more AC.
Focus on the goal.
What's that there?
Spiders!
Let me draw the first
I
blood.
forgot you can enlarge your guy to... Oh, that is true, but, like, I'm too lazy. And it's not like he misses very often.
I'll cut you wide open.
Yeah, get fucked. Oh boy, he coming! Well, good luck with that, buddy.
No fear.
Jesus fucking Christ, 33 damage. I'm making this character for a campaign in the future. If the audio is fucked and I cannot continue this playthrough because of it, I'm making this character for a fucking campaign in the future. Listen here, you. I don't know who you are or where you come from, but you and I are the only two people here who see things clearly. That's why I'm asking you, don't show the light of heaven to Saul. I'm sure that the light should be shown to the mongrels. Lan, he wants to play the hero. His first idea, if you remember, was to grab the sword and run headlong into the maze. Does that sound like a plan to you? To me it sounds like suicide. The worst part is that the tribe might actually take his words to heart and follow where he leads. I thought you considered the mongrels to be great warriors. The descendants of great warriors. I believe that my people are worthy of greatness. That we are strong and can do many things. That's why we were chased down here. We scared people. But it's one thing to go hunting in the caves, and another to fight in the shield maze. I've been there. I spent my whole life training, so I can make it through all the way to the end. There were more of us trackers at the start. We were young and stupid. What's a couple of monsters when there's a whole world of them waiting for us? That's what we thought. But we weren't prepared. The maze isn't just a physical challenge, it's cunning and full of traps. It's dark as a primordial night, and if you close your eyes and listen, you hear whispers right behind you, and soft singing in the distance that seems to rise and fall with the beating of your heart. I had to learn from my friends' mistakes. I had to step over their bodies and go further. I don't want to have to do that again, and it will happen again if a crowd of ill-prepared fighters bursts into the maze with no idea where they're going, all because Lan believes with a glowing sword will solve all of our problems. Don't you want to save the kids in the maze? I do want to, but I'm not going to risk the future of the tribe for the sake of few stupid kids. Chief Saul is hesitant, and for good reason. He also understands how dangerous this is for the tribe. Lan's the only one who benefits from these childish games of heroism. I will go alone, if I have to, and find them, or whatever's left of them, without any heretics, relying only on myself, risking only my own life. You and your friends, you can come with me. Perhaps we can make it to the end of the maze together, and find a way out of the surface. I'll think about it, let's go. Yeah, basically, she's like, don't show the thing. Which we are totally gonna show the thing, by the way, because spoiler alert, she's a liar. She's a liar and a traitor. Oh yeah, I might as well collect everything because there's gonna be a shop here. But I really hope the audio is not gonna be too bad.
Watch out for trouble.
Please, let the audio not be too bad. I wanna be able to continue this. The first impression of the mongrel village is that of a squalid dump, with odors to match. Unblinking glowing eyes watch you from the gloom. The deformed shadows slope between the huts. You see some mongrels gutting white, eyeless fish, while others are repairing fishing nets. All the signs of normal village life, but tense expectations hangs in the air. A heavyset aged mongrel slowly shuffles his way towards you. The hair on his head grows in limp, wispy strands, and his face has a distinct rat-like appearance with pronounced teeth, and you hear a rattling sound in his chest with every breath he takes. One of his eyes is white, fully scarred by cataracts, while the other gleams with moisture. Ew. That's weirdly, yeah. Oh no, yeah, this is so this is Chief Soul. In the fucking tabletop version, this is really fun to fucking say his words. Anyway.
Uplanders, eh? End times are upon us indeed.
Chief Soul, we found the Angel's Sword, and we found the one who can wield it. He had a vision, and now the Angel's Sword together with the light of heaven are somehow inside him. Gather the tribe. Anyone who can hold a weapon. The young ones are still alive, we can go after them. Soul raises his hand with ragged broken fingernails.
Ah, Lan, always dreaming, always talking. You're too hasty. Too hasty for your own good. It's going to get you in trouble.
Soul's eyes you up and down.
An uplander with light of weapon. That's too good for us. Our kind don't have things happen. There's always a catch. Lan trusts people because he likes to believe. Isn't that right, Lan? I'm the chief. I don't work on faith, show the light.
Vendrick stares at you intently like a cat watching a bird and shakes her head in warning. So is there someone else from the surface here?
And there he is. Hale and hearty and prim as a peacock, just like me. It's not good. Too many uplanders, not good, not right. What are you up there? You're not one of us. You're not your kind. When the time comes, we'll come to you. Not you to us.
I will help you find the lost mongrels in the maze, but you can quit hoping for a magical sword to appear. Oh god. Yeah, man speaks the truth. The heavenly flame flares to life at your unspoken command. Bright, pure, dense with multicolored sparks like a sunbeam passing through stained glass. The mongrels abandon their task and stare, transfixed. The light is bright, but not blinding. It is warm, but its warmth is so deep. So is silent for a while. Tears are streaming down his wide, pale face, but the old man doesn't even care to wipe them away.
So it's true. The angel did not forsake us. No, he came. Back from the dead he came. To save our children.
Lan gives you a nod of thanks. The scaled half of his face is indifferent, but the human half is visibly relieved. As if he wasn't sure all this time that you would support him. Wendrick hisses at you like an angry cat. See these fishermen and these hunters, these husks of men and women, their blood will be on your hands. Yeah, I'm not responsible for other people's decisions. Wendrick snarls in fury.
And why are they making these decisions? Because of you. You've sealed their fate. You're a murderer.
You always think of the worst men do. We're not on our own in this anymore. We've got allies. Well, a couple at least. But one good fighter worth 10 bad ones.
You have the right of it, Lan. But we're needers. We're going to wait and send a messenger to summon all the tribes. It will take time, yes. But they will all come. They will all come for the light. Wait, Lan. Wait, uplanders. Rest a while. In one of our huts. Our home is your home.
Alright, Chief. Understood. Let's hope that a few hours isn't the difference between life and death for those kids. If they ask me what took you so long, I would tell them it was your decision. Wendrick only grits her teeth in silence. Yay, we leveled! And we're also all tired. So yeah, I'm not gonna be going for much longer, by the way. I need to see the audio, how fucked up it is. Obviously, we're gonna be going with the Mutation Warrior. I'm gonna put another point in Persuasion, because this needs to keep going up. I'm going to put a point in stealth, a point in athletics, and I'm gonna put a point in trickery because we need trickery to keep going up. Actually, I'm not gonna put a point in athletics. I'm gonna put a point in perception, mostly because I kind of want this thing to go up as well. And we have bonus feet. So let's actually think about this one. We don't have a lot of really good options right now, sadly. Point blank shot is pointless. We are not going to be shooting anyone with this character. So I guess blind fight, that always helps. Okay, with you, it's going to be rather simple, I'm pretty sure. I hated the fact that she has 1 point in mobility. Why? I guess low religion, so we actually have someone with religion. She's lay on hands now, she's less useless. Okay, this one is big, this one is important. Obviously trickery. She's currently our best trickery character, and she's going to be the best trickery character for vast majority of the game. But we also want her to have nature, because we are not gonna have anyone for nature for quite some time. And we are gonna be taking Slumber, because Slumber is actually overpowered. And Land is very simple. You just do these, you do that. 3 points in mobility gives us something for fighting defensively. Oh, okay. I honestly didn't know. Precise shot, obviously. Longbow, obviously. Alright.
Open your heart to me.
Camellia. We need... How do you do that again? Okay. We need to do your spells. I want Bless. What else does she have? She's an enlarged person, Bane, Cure Light Wounds. She has nothing too crazy, but to be honest, her entire shtick is now, for now, gonna be hexing people. Buffing and hexing. That's gonna be her whole thing. Okay, we are not leveling Venduag because it literally doesn't matter. I think it's a dodge bonus or something if you have mobility 3 defensive. Okay, so maybe there will be some use for that. And now we are going to steal from these wonderful people. Because we are the heroes. And heroes always get to steal from normal people.
Keep your calm.
Right? That's how it goes, right? Ah, there's Horgus. Horgy boy! Ah, human face at last, and there I thought that I'd be gazing upon the twisted visages of these troglodytes for the rest of my life. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Horgus Gwern. Yes, Dowd Gwern. You no doubt had heard of me if you spent any time at all in the city. I have a business proposition for you. Your name tells me nothing. Who are you? You truly are freshly arrived in the city, and you couldn't have picked a worse time, that's for certain. Only just arrived, and the city's been razed to rubble. You should know that you are looking at one of the richest and most distinguished men in Kenabres. I may not be well known to certain swaggering loudmouths who spend their lives tripsing from one ball to another, but the Gwern Trading Company is one of the pillars of the city. I'll have you known. Did you see the marquees in the square? I paid for those. Tried any festival delicacies? You have Horgus Gwern to thank for that. So how did you end up here? For a moment, Horgus' eyes focus on Camellia before his gaze there returns to you. Like everyone else, down I went when that accursed beetle cleaved the ground in twain beneath our feet. I'm lucky I didn't break my neck in the fall, and I'm doubly lucky that I didn't encounter any subterranean cockroaches on my blind wanderings, and instead came across hunters from the settlement. Although I must say that when I first glimpsed their physiognomies, my life flashed before my very eyes. But they turned out to be decent chaps, frightening to look at, but able to keep a bargain. You don't speak very kindly of mongrels, even though they saved your life. Pah! kind words are for people with hours to fritter away on pleasantries. Holger's Graham speaks his mind, and he pays for services rendered not with kind words but with hard coin. I gave the mongrels my dagger in exchange for their help. Its handle is worth more than the entire village. So what kind of business proposition? I don't know what is happening on the surface right now, but I'm determined to find out. You have no intention of seeing out the rest of your days in this village, I suspect? You must find a route back to the surface, to the city, if there's anything left of it. You seem to be a remarkably strong warrior. Just what we need to get through these caves and past the bloodthirsty beasts that inhabit them. You are strong, there will be no trouble to you. But I, alas, am not fit as I once was. I can go crawling about through caves, playing at scouts. My proposition is simple. Lead me back to the city and I shall pay you 1,000 gold coins. I suggest we help this man. It is good to have friends among the Kenabres elite. Wow, the chance of passing this is really low, but we might as well try. 2,000 gold. Why not 10,000 or 100? No, let's not be miserable. Let's say 1,000,000. My initial offer was a king's ransom. You'll likely never seen so much gold in your entire life. It's non-negotiable. Deal. Splendid. In the meantime, I shall sit here in the village. We have to go. Okay, so sadly we couldn't get the 2,000 gold. That would be really useful right now, but yeah. Also, we need to go to Venduag and take away her shit. You might be wondering, why am I not leveling her? Why am I not, you know, why am I taking away her shit? Don't worry about it. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, so we've already done that. You see, I have the knowledge of the future. And in the future, bad things happen.
I will guide.
It's okay, we are stealing from the poor mongrels.
Focus on the
But it's okay, we are gonna save the world, so, you know, it checks out. I'm really wondering what Mythic Path we are gonna be on. The Mythic Path of Trickster seems kinda interesting. Especially because we are chaotic. Oh hey Dyra, we are gonna use you in a moment. In a very short moment we are gonna utilize you.
Watch out for trouble.
See, it's okay, we are chaotic good. I mean, stealing is completely alright. And thankfully this is not 2nd edition or even 3.5 actually most is 2nd edition paladin stuff. You know, we are not gonna lose our powers just because we accepted a reward for a quest. God, 2nd edition paladins were funny. Okay, let's trade. So first booksaying, and then that. We'll keep one of these. That. And that's it. Are you selling anything useful? A couple interesting scrolls. Does Pathfinder TT have a fallen paladin? Yes. It has Oathbreakers, it has fallen paladin, it has anti-paladins, it has normal paladins, it has oath-bound paladins. There's so many ways you can play a paladin, and I'm not even talking about archetypes here. I'm literally just talking about like different ways to play a paladin. Ooh, I wanna buy that. That's going to be incredibly useful later. Pushing a measure is great on your warrior who doesn't care about armor. I might. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get some of these all, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we are gonna get some. So there's no need to buy them. One thing I'm glad is that you don't need to buy arrows in this. Arrow management is like one of the most painful things in tabletop. Wow, that's kind of cool. I'm gonna buy 2 healing potions. And I'm going to buy 1 mage armor potion. There we go. Yeah. Boom. You know, in the future we have 1,000 coins, and money is going to be less of a problem as we kind of go along.
There are many roads to success.
Okay, so this is medium armor. Oh, that's actually weirdly perfect for us right now. We have 18 AC, she has 21. Lan has a lot of AC because fucking monks are busted. Okay, I'm gonna talk to Anivia. So I'm just gonna skip through this. This is a lot of text, and I do need to vanish very soon because I do have cooking, and I need to prepare for a campaign that will be happening in. It will be happening in 6, 7, in about 10 hours. I also need to check out if the stream, right? If it's actually gonna be, you know, like functional. So there's a lot of shit I need to do. But yeah, I'm going to save here. And yeah. Okay, bye-bye. Hopefully I will see you next time. Anyway, so in case this is actually gonna be on YouTube, yeah, hopefully it will. Hopefully the audio is not too bad. But yeah, in case this is gonna be actually on YouTube, I would like to thank you all for watching. Make sure to follow me on my Twitch and subscribe to me on my YouTube channel. I upload videos every day and I stream every day if I can do anything about it. Also, we have a Discord server. If you want to join it, just send me a message in any way, shape or form. I will send you a link to it. It's a small community, but a wonderful one. We are currently doing voting on what the game is gonna be next game after Mystery Dungeon. Anyway, wish you a great night, whatever sexy hearts want, and good night.